Hello! In this video, we'll be discussing how to subtract integers. And again, integers is just a fancy way of saying whole, and they include the negatives, 0, and positives. Let's look at a few examples. So, I like to think of integers in terms of money. So, the first situation, we have positive 9 minus 7. So, positives, for me, represent how much money I have. So, in this case, I have $9. The subtraction sign means take away. So somebody's taking away, well, in this case, what they're taking away is 7. They're taking away $7 of what I have. So if I begin with 9, if I have 9, and somebody takes away $7 of what I have, well, what I'm going to end up with is having $2. So again, just like in adding integers, my answer represents the balance when the dust settles. Let's look at another example. So in the second example, I'm starting out with a negative. Well, again, for me, that means that I'm owing money. So I begin by owing money, and then the takeaway is what the subtraction sign means. So somebody's taking away. And in this case, what they're taking away is $4 of what I have. Well, if I began by owing 1 and then somebody takes away $4 of what I have, that means I'm going to owe overall $5. Okay, let's look at two more examples. So in this next example, again, I'm beginning with a negative, so that means I owe money. Subtraction sign means that somebody's taking away. And in this case, I'm subtracting a negative number. So what that means is that somebody's taking away money that I owe. So you can think of this as going to the store and returning something that you purchased for $8. In other words, the store is giving you back $8. They're giving you an $8 credit, which makes you $8 richer than where you started. So if we began by owing 5, and then somebody takes away $8 of our debt, well, that means in the end, we're now $8 richer than when we started, so that's going to put us at having $3. Okay, let's try this last one. So in this last one, I'm beginning with $4, so I have 4. And again, I'm subtracting a negative, so I'm taking away, or somebody's taking away debt. So they're taking away, in this case, $9 of debt. So if I'm beginning by having 4, and then somebody takes away $9 of my debt, well, that means I'm $9 richer. Again, it's like the store getting $9 back for an item you returned. Well, that means in the end, I'm going to have $13. Okay, I'm going to put 4 examples up, and what I want you to do between each of these examples is to try to answer them yourself. So pause the video until you've had an opportunity to answer each question, and then begin after you've completed each one. So the first one is 2 minus 5. Well, you should have gotten an answer, in this case, of -3. You began by having 2, and then somebody took away $5 of your money you had. So what that means, it's going to put you in debt. So you're going to be $3 in debt. Okay, number 2 is 10 minus 4. Okay, in this case, you should have ended up with +6. You began by having 10, and then somebody took away $4 of what you had, which left you with having 6. Okay, the third example is 2 minus a negative 7. Well, you should have gotten an answer of 9 in this case. You began by having 2, and in this case, because we're subtracting a negative, it's like somebody's taking away $7 of your debt, which makes you $7 richer than where you started. And the last example that I want you to try well, in this case, you should have gotten an answer of negative 3. And here's why. You began by owing $4. Then somebody took away $1 of your debt. Well, what that means is it makes you $1 richer than where you started, but since you started by owing $4, $1 richer means you're now going to owe $3 in the end.